The small town of Farmersville in Texas is up in arms over a proposed Muslim cemetery being built there. So the International Business Times reports on this. They say, quote, "Some thought it was a mosque going to be built. Others thought it was a training ground." Really? Really? What are they going to do? They're going to build an ISIS training ground in the middle of Texas? Seriously? That's like building a KKK chapter in the middle of Fallujah. Are you serious? They're so silly. So at the city council meeting, residents, quote, reportedly threatened to dump pig's blood or put pigs' heads on posts so Muslims won't buy the property. Stay classy, man. By the way, all these guys doing this, Christians. Exactly what Jesus would do. So we got dirty Muslims coming here? Well, why don't we put pigs' heads and pig's blood on the property so they won't buy it? That's that deep Jesus love. So this is similar to the Tennessee mosque situation, and that mosque, of course, was subject to arson and vandalism, and they attempted to block it by a 4-year court proceeding. And here's the thing about this that gets under my skin. The same people doing this stuff and trying to block it are the same people that demand that Christianity gets special treatment. They're the same people who say, oh, freedom of religion, I get to do whatever I want with my religion, and that's the end of the conversation. I don't want to hear any lip back. But then when it's Muslims asking for just basic religious rights in America, basic rights just to build a house of worship or build a cemetery, like, oh, did we say freedom of religion? What we meant is only freedom for our religion. Fuck your goddamn religion. God, it's so frustrating, and they're so hypocritical, and they're just oblivious to it, or they don't care. They're either oblivious to it, or they know about it, and they simply don't give a fuck, because in their mind, they think, my religion is right, and your religion is wrong. But of course, that's not true. Both of your religions are silly and ridiculous. Now, there's one slight aspect of this which I actually think is legitimate, but I don't know for sure. It would depend on what the regulations are in question. But apparently the traditional way that they wanted to bury bodies at this cemetery is you just lay a white cloth over the dead and then you put them in the ground as is. Now, I don't know. Is that something that actually violates safety standards and regulations that are in place to stop prevent the spread of disease and stuff like that? Because I know for sure anthrax is created, for example, when like an animal dies and it's underground for an extended period of time, and then you dig it up. Like that's how anthrax comes out of the ground that way, and it's deadly. I don't know what kind of diseases can spread if you bury a body without having disposed of the parts properly. So I don't know if it's necessary that you have something like a coffin for sanitary reasons. I don't know if that's proper regulation or whatnot. But what I would say is, of course, whatever regulations are already in place when it comes to burying people, and whatever regulations are reasonable and for health purposes, well, absolutely the Muslim community and every community would have to abide by that. But understand that that's just, so they brought up, some people at the meeting, the city meeting over this, brought up that issue, but it was just like a tiny fringe of people who were likely just using that as, the fake reason to mask the real reason why they're against the cemetery, which is they fucking hate Muslims. And that's why in Tennessee, they said, no, we don't even want you to build a mosque in a supposed free country. No mosque for you. We don't have freedom of religion in America anymore because we say so in Tennessee. Fuck your mosque. So that's what's going on there. What, in the small town in Texas? They're blocking it for legit health concerns? I doubt it. I'm sure it has something to do with the fact that they're Muslims. They're telling you, let's try to get rid of them by putting fucking pig's blood and a pig's head on the property they want to buy. What's so sad is that I'm somebody, you guys know me, man. I'm an anti-theist. I'm an agnostic atheist. But I have to come out here and I have to defend the Muslim community? That's the sad state of affairs we're in. And again, the only reason I'm doing that is because they're not being treated equally under the law. Okay? It's not like they're asking for special rights here. Okay? They're just asking, treat us like, the same kind of respect that the Christians would get. And by the way, that kind of respect for Christians, I never protest. As much as anti-religion as I am, do I ever protest a church being built? No, of course not. I believe in freedom of religion. I personally don't believe in religion, but that doesn't mean I don't believe in your right to believe in horse shit. So I don't protest the building of your church. I don't protest the building of Christian cemeteries. I don't protest any of that shit. You want to know why? Because I'm not a dumb person. I'm not somebody, I only believe in freedom if it's freedom to do the shit I want you to do. No, that's a stupid person who says that. That's a myopic, xenophobic, probably racist idiot who has a narrow-minded worldview, who doesn't understand that you have to be principled or intellectual and logical in your disagreements with different people in different communities. That's certainly not what they're being. They're simply being bigoted when they say, we're not going to give you the same rights that we have. So then, okay, take your arguments about Christianity needs to be in the public square, and Christianity deserves extra freedoms and whatnot. Take that argument and shove it up your fucking ass, because you know damn well you don't mean that when it comes to other religions. So what it's really about is you implementing a Christian version of Sharia.